it should be different now.
I'll say it.
Okay, so it should be different now. I don't think it should be muted anymore. It should be working now. Because me, I don't understand this whole mute thing. Let's see. Okay, it's working now. Okay, it's working now. Okay, it's working now. It's working, Joe. Okay, so I think people are just going to start by uh, you know, Delicate was talking about SEO, so we're probably just going to that whole SEO thing. Now, SEO. Okay, let me start from. Sometimes, right, while being a creator, okay, you need to start this whole thing from by understanding the way a marketer will think. Okay, understand the way a marketer will think and say, okay, the marketer wants to sell. So you have a video, you want to sell the video, you want people to watch it. People watching your video means you are selling, right? So you want people to watch your video. Okay, so because you want people to watch your video, the question will now be, how do you make people watch your video? Okay, how do you make people watch your video? It will now be that the people that want to buy, that's those that want to watch it, they would search for certain things. They do not know what you created, but they have a problem. All right, they have a problem. They are looking for solutions. And most times when people are searching, people are problem centric. Okay, so they will search from the solution. Okay, they will search from the solution and come. Sorry, they will search from the problem and come. So let's say you want to fix something on your TV. You will start with something, maybe the TV does not come on. You will say TV, Samsung TV, or LG TV not coming on. That it is the problem that you will come from. So the problem with creators is Dental Notebook. And because Dental Notebook, they would come from their product or video thing area. And they'll probably say, it might be something about fixing the Samsung TV. They'll probably say, maybe one fancy name. Samsung, I don't know what they can call it now. Maybe you can say, maybe in Samsung terminology or LG terminology now, for example, a bad TV is called a Rovelo or something like. Let me just say a Rovelo. I don't know what that means. I'm just creating a word. So the creators will now come from that point. How to fix a Samsung Rovelo. Do you understand what I mean? But that is not the solution, because the person that is in that trouble doesn't know that it's called a Rovelo. Do you understand what I mean? The person doesn't know. He doesn't know it's called a Rovelo. The person just feels that I have a problem. The TV is not coming on. So what the creator that wants his video to be found should do is to think like a marketer, put it in a way the searcher of the problem would search. Put it in that way, right? If somebody wants to buy something, what would they call the thing? That is the way you put it. So optimizing for search is optimizing for the person that will search, not for you and your fancy keywords. So you are thinking from the buyer, you are thinking from the person who would use that video, who would, watch the video. What will the person use? You understand? Whatever the keywords, and the keywords might not be your regular keywords. For example, there's this thing called velvet tamarind. All right, velvet tamarind is called liki liki here in Lagos, right? In Benin, where I grew up, it's called amuge. So if I say amuge in Benin, everybody in Benin will know it. If I say liki liki in Benin, nobody there will know it. So if a Benin person was searching, the person doesn't know what it's called. The person will just be describing and describing and describing. But the name the person will use to search is amuge, because that's the only name we know. It was here in Lagos that I got the official name, velvet tamarind. You understand? But because you are an expert, you probably would have used velvet tamarind to save the name. Okay, and it's good and it's proper. But will those people who want it search with that name? That's just the thing that should come to your mind whenever you are thinking SEO. Okay, so there is SEO on the video and there is SEO on the channel. Okay, two different things. SEO on the video is, as you said earlier, you take the video, you write out the words. When you are saving it, you write out the words, the name of the video. One of the best ways, right? One of the best ways. Now, sometimes some platforms, they don't crawl it that much, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, so write it in that way, save it in that way. That's one. Two, by the time you have saved it, then you are uploading. Okay, even before you save it, right? Even before you save it, what you should actually do, okay, is the video itself. Okay, when you are recording the video, use the keywords of what you are talking about. At least first few lines. Every other time you use the keywords. If you are fixing a TV, as we started with TV, let's say you are fixing the Samsung TV, start with, I'm going to show you how to fix a Samsung TV, or this Samsung TV is bad and I'm going to fix it while you watch me. Whatever it is, you have to come from those keywords again, because the platforms will also crawl and listen to all those words that you are saying. Remember, YouTube also transcribes, and it has to listen to you to transcribe. Okay, so you are able to pick out those. So in the video, use the words. Okay, in the video, use the words. In naming it, use the words. By the time you are done with all of that, when you are uploading, in the title, use the words. In the description, use the words. All right, up to tags. In your description, that where you put your description, you use your tags, you use the hashtags, right? So use the words in the description, use the hashtags too in that description. All right, then there are these parts that you have timestamps. So let's say from the video was maybe a 5 minute video, so maybe the first minute you were talking about how to unscrew the TV, then the second minute you were talking about how to unscrew the panel, then the third minute you talked about how to do the soldering and all of that. You use all those timestamps and label each one and say, okay, 1 minute to this is what I talk about, 2 minutes to this is what I talk about. That also helps your SEO, because sometimes some people might not be searching for that. I might just search for a specific part that you have mentioned in the video. So it helps YouTube read it and also suggest that video to people. Okay, because what the algorithm just does is, the algorithm is suggesting, it doesn't know. Now your SEO helps the algorithm to suggest to the right people, to suggest to the people who are actually looking for that solution. That's what the algorithm does. The algorithm wants to show your video, but many times you hide your video, and so the algorithm can't. Hello, NX. NX. Welcome, NX. I don't know what NX means, but welcome, NX. So the algorithm wants to show your video, right? But to show your video, it needs to know what's in it. Okay? And some of us, we upload, if you check very well, many people upload videos without titles. Many people upload videos without descriptions. Many people upload videos without tags. All right? Put in all those things. They just help the algorithm understand what the video is about and suggest. Okay? So those hashtags you are putting in the description, yes. Now there are also YouTube tags, okay, that you can create. YouTube tags that you can create and use. Now many people have said, oh, don't use YouTube tag, it doesn't really matter. I'm like, it is a tool. YouTube has not removed the tool. Don't say it doesn't matter. YouTube might tell you that it is not a major factor, but they have not removed it. Since they have not removed it, Ogbeni, use. It's like you have an.
What do you mean by YouTube tag? Is it that tag at the bottom?
Yes, yes. That you just put. Yes, those tags, yes. All right. Those tags are also very important. And there are many tools to help you. There is vidIQ that comes with tags. There is TubeBuddy that comes with tags. There is Rapid Tags. Rapid Tags, I think rapidtags.io. All right. Many of them come with all these tags and all. So it helps. Okay, use them. The same thing people still say, so okay, don't use plenty hashtags on Instagram. I'm like, they say you should not use plenty hashtags, but they created space for 30 hashtags. Use it. Okay, use it. It's like you have many bullets. Okay, then you now say, no, I will not use all the bullets that I have. I will use only 2 bullets. Okay, it's fine. All right, but you had an opportunity to use 30. Why use 2? Use it. Right, use the bullets. It always just helps the platform. Okay, because how do I know what is in your mind, what you want to talk about? It's what you have written that I used to know. Okay, so it will suggest like that. So you just provide all the key things that would help the video perform. Now that is SEO on the video. Now SEO on the video is different from SEO on the channel. Okay, my YouTube people, let me check. They are still seeing me there. Okay. Yeah. Network is so poor. All right. Fine. So we're back here. All right. So SEO on the channel. So what does that mean? It means you also have to set up your channel in a way that when YouTube is scrolling, when the algorithm or the AI or whatever they are using is going through your platform, it understands what you basically talk about. So one, what is the title of your channel? So you might have somebody's channel and the channel is something related to food. So it could be I don't know, grubs or foodie, something, right? But all the person does is what you do, delicate. The person does folklore. Do you understand? So all the videos there are folklore, but the name is related to food. It's confusing for the platform because where do you want them to suggest? Should they suggest based on the name or does they suggest based on the video you are sharing? Do you understand what I mean? So it's confusion already. You already started confusing the platform. That one's one. Two, if you look at the settings of your YouTube, the settings, right? You will see a place where you can also put in keywords and things that your channel is about. Go there and put it. Me, I do social media. The name of my account is my name, Victor Anyanwu, Social Media Marketing Oracle. All right, so that if it's marketing you remember, or it's social media you remember, or it's Victor Anyanwu you remember, you know, I just pack all the plenty things there. In your keywords in the in your settings, right, when you're putting settings, it's the same thing. Put all the keywords that relate to what you are doing. Okay, put all the keywords there and all. When you are picking categories, like you can pick categories per video and you can pick category for your channel. Pick the categories that also relate to what you are doing. There are categories for news, the categories for people, the categories for food, there are categories for movie and animation. You have different categories. Okay, so learn to pick, you know, all those things and set it up. So there is, as I said, channel SEO and video SEO. So every video you're uploading, there's SEO to be done. Channel SEO would have been done and it would have been permanent. You understand? But every video you are doing, there is SEO on the video to be done. There's SEO on video. So do your SEO on video. Period. I think we probably talked about. Yeah, I think I've talked about that. I think I can stop there. Any other questions? Maybe we can take it up from there. Anybody got any question?
Okay, what's up?
Abamo, who they talk?
This is NX. Next time, actually.
NX. What's your full name?
I said next time. Next time.
Nexan. Hey man, how you doing?
I'm good, bro.
All right. Yeah.
Really, I want to say thank you for starting the call and talking about SEO
Yeah.
and all that. These are very helpful tips. I'd like you to talk about ideation, how you approach ideation for the most part, because what I think moves the needle the most is your idea and your hook for any video. That moves the needle the most in terms of, how it gets pushed out and all that. So how do you approach that?
Okay, so ideation, you are right. It's absolutely important. It's the whole video is based on the idea. What is it that you're talking about? That's the whole thing, right? So I always come from the solving the problem perspective. All right, that was what I started earlier. I always come from the solving the problem perspective. How will this subject I want to talk about, what are the problems that these people are asking as regards this subject? How would they phrase and ask the question? How do I approach that? That's usually how I think about it. Now, I like to also look at question.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
before I forget, as for education, so if you don't do education, it's hard for that to apply to.
So give me an example of your area and where that is. Let me start from there.
Like entertainment, if you're doing all those Mr. Beast kind of things, you're not going for problems now.
Mr. Who?
Mr. Beast.
Oh yeah. So for Mr. Beast, right? The thing is this. His own, the major problem he's trying to solve is boredom. Okay? He has to get the attention of people, solve boredom. They are bored. Let's entertain them. Let's make them have fun. Okay? So every time I think of people in the entertainment area, I always like to think like Mr. Beast, or I think like Netflix. Okay? Those are the two people I use when we work with entertainment channels or we need to advise. So my point is always like this. If I am Netflix, how do I get people to watch this? What do I need to do for them to watch this? You understand? If you have shot the whole video, do you have a crazy part of that video? All right, a fantastic part of that video. That should be the first thing you should be putting, so that as soon as they come in, they see that part first before they do anything. Okay? If the video is just to make people laugh, you better start the laugh from the beginning. Like they should just start laughing from the beginning, or else they will just probably say, I beg, more skip. Okay, so that's how I always think. How do I get people to just see that thing and stay there? That's how we do it. And you might not know. So what we do always, for especially new accounts, we test. Okay, We look at the different parts of the video that were crazy or did very well, or something mad happened. We put those parts in it first. You understand? We bring those parts and say, okay, how are people looking at all these things? Are they, is it getting that attention that we want to get? You understand? That is how we just basically look at it. Then I also look at what are similar videos to the one I want to create. What are the creators doing, especially for the best performing ones? All right. So this is the thing. I um I believe that if you are starting any venture at all, isn't it? How you day? You're looking tired, man. So I believe that if you're starting any venture at
Fine,
all,
my dog is saying hi to you.
eh, so I always say, if you're starting, all right, the first thing you always think about is, do I have competition already in this space? If you do, it's good, because if the competition is very good in what they do, they would have already done preliminary work that you can copy. So let's say I want to start a Coke business, for example. Sorry, business, a beverage business, right? A beverage and drink business or whatever. I'll look for established names, Coca-Cola, uh, Bonvita. Them, they've been in that space, they've been doing it. All right. What can I learn from their current strategy that they are using? So I always do SWOT analysis for my competition. So we'll pick a competition and say, who are your best top competitions in this area? Who are the people you want to be like? Okay, that's how I define competition. People you want to be like, not people that you are better than. Because sometimes some people, when you ask them who's your competition, they'll be going back to people that they are better than. No, people you want to be like, people you aspire to be like. Okay, so those are the ones I pick and say, okay, this competition. So when you get the competition, you now say, okay, this competition, what are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? What are their opportunities? And what is the threat? How do you analyze that and take advantage of that platform? That's just how I do every single time. Okay, and I find that it helps, it makes it so easy for me to just know what to do. Okay, it was the same strategy that many of all these people used, including Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast had a team, I think 4 of them. They were very good in video analysis. They will sit down and break down videos. Look at the video. Okay, this one, many people watched it. Why did they watch it? Even when they do their own video, they will still sit down and analyze their own video. All right, why did people watch it? All right, where were they watching more? And sometimes when you look at that YouTube, especially when you're watching online, you see that that thing is like a graphical spiky thing that can tell you the area where people spent more time on your video. All right, so you get that. It's okay, what was here that made people watch here more? So if you look at those kind of things, sometimes you'll notice spikes in particular areas. Why was that spike there? Can we bring that spike to the beginning, so that if we bring it to the beginning, more people will see that spike and probably watch it because of whatever happened there, and it just continues. Those are just the things that people do. So study what works, okay, and try to implement it. Then another thing is, you look at your YouTube analytics. YouTube has that area called what's that place called in? Hold on, let me find it. There's this part of YouTube called under analytics, called trends. Yes, all right, called trends. Under trends, it tells you, things that are happening in your space, or things that are happening that you can take advantage of. So it will tell you, explore topics that you can explore, topics that you can create based on what people are searching for. It also tells you, you know, major searches. It tells you content gaps. Okay, where are the gaps? Maybe somebody searching for something and you don't have enough content in that area. So it tells you all of that. So you can save those things and create. if you use a tool like vidIQ can also help, because vidIQ, if you show me, you would have mentioned your area, vidIQ would have also still gone through your page and all of that. It's able to also suggest um type of content to create, okay, that you can look at. So those are part of the things that just help me. I sit down, pick out all these things, and I create. You understand? So your niche that you would be using on YouTube can suggest to you based on that. Okay, vidIQ can suggest to you, and you can analyze creators to pick. Right. So these are some ways I think we can look at it. So next one, yeah. Are you good?
Yes, thank you so much.
Pleasure, bro. Okay, so in case this thing ends, I think you can just click the link and just join back. If there are any more questions, I can take now. Where is this? There was this. Any more questions?
Okay,
Uh,
I would ask a question. How can one get, or when you, because I always see that sometimes you can do everything you want to do and package your video very well, but it still doesn't perform. Maybe because there are so many people shouting and everybody's trying to get attention. How can one get a bit more visibility, especially when you're sure that, oh, okay, I've seen things that I feel like I'm better or I've done a little bit over than them, but it's as if they get more visibility than that piece of work. What are some little extras that one can do, to get that visibility? Yes, when you've gotten your keywords, I can understand that that's for organic search, but just to give yourself
all
better
right.
chances.
So I would say understand that sometimes it's not about you per se, it's about them. Okay. Um, it's like how will I put it now? It's like a man, right, and a woman. So the man likes the woman, right, and he wants to have more attention of the woman. So how can the man get more attention from the woman? Okay, it's only the woman that can actually tell the man. Okay, so one of those things to do is, what do you think, or what would you know, or what do you see your audience searching for or looking for? Because there are people looking for entertainment, there are people looking for education, there are people looking for information, there are people just scrolling, they're just looking for, they don't have any particular thing in mind, they're just looking for what to, yeah. All right. Every, hello?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think our question is actually kind of layered, because
Okay.
there are two ways you can actually look at it, but actually identify what is the problem that she's trying to solve. It's either people are not seeing your video at all, or they are seeing your video and they are not clicking it. That's the packaging is not working.
Yeah.
So your question can apply to you. So you need to actually check your analytics to see whether a lot of people are seeing your video and they are clicking it.
Yeah, you see that from the impressions.
Exactly.
But when you look at it and you see that your impressions are not high,
So that means they're not seeing your video. So they are not seeing your video. Yeah. So the thing still comes down to, yeah. So the thing still comes down to some of these things I'm talking about. Okay. Now, once you have sorted out all those things, there are still a few tricks you can do. Okay. Now there's something called um what is called? is there are two major ways YouTube, you know, shows your video. One is search, all right. The other is recommendations, right? And then this new one is this one. Shorts is like this new one. So shorts is just keep after one shot and that shot just comes and it just flows like in the just straight up like that. So in my shots might not really follow this dimension, okay, but uh, okay, so we just need to start again. Maybe we should have just done a call within the group. There's something wrong with me. Okay.